Hi guys, it's Jessica here, and I'm finally back with another video. And I'm once again here with my annual horror movie collective haul. So this has kind of become an annual thing that I do on this channel, where I showcase all the horror movies that I bought throughout the year. This year, I only bought 10 DVDs slash Blu-rays, which is a little less than last year, but I technically bought more movies, it's just some of them are in collection sets. Also, when I go over each movie, I'm going to tell you where I bought them, just so you know. So, let's get to it. Alright, so let's get to the first movie. So the first movie I have is the only Asian movie that I bought, and it's called Gangnam Zombie. So this is a Korean film. It says Gangnam Zombie outruns the outbreak. And here's the back. So this is a zombie apocalypse movie, and it's set in Seoul, South Korea. And if you don't know, Gangnam is not just from the song Gangnam Style by Psy. It's actually a neighborhood in Seoul. And it's usually where a lot of the affluent people live. So like the really rich people usually live in this neighborhood. So yeah, it's called Gangnam Zombie. I bought this at Walmart in the US. I was in the US a few weeks ago and I came across this at Walmart and I'm like, I gotta have it. So, because the Walmart in Canada really didn't have anything this year. So here's another closer look. I sold the packaging on it because I haven't watched it yet. But, so, they only had the DVD, but I'm pretty sure you could probably get this in Blu-ray since this was released, I believe, by Welgo. I want to say it was Welgo. Oh, maybe it was, yeah, Welgo. And usually Walgo does DVDs and Blu-rays, but I only saw the DVD. And so yeah, I had to pick it up. Alright, so all the rest of the horror movies I got are primarily American horror movies, I believe. So the first one I'm going to show you is Halloween Ends. So this is the final movie in the Halloween series of movies. And I bought this one at Sunrise Records. As you can see, it was originally $29, but I got it for $20. And yeah, so I haven't watched this one yet. But I bought it in hopes of watching all of them together. So like from the original to all the 3 new films. So yeah. So a lot of the rest of the movies you're gonna see are movies that I bought because I needed them for some horror movie marathons that I did in October. So the first one I have here is Dominion, prequel to The Exorcist. So this was one of the movies that I needed because I wanted to do an Exorcist movie marathon. So I bought this one. I already had a few of the other Exorcist sequels, and I also already owned the other prequel movie, so this was the other one I needed. And yeah, so this is the back. I bought this one on Amazon, and this is the widescreen edition. And yeah, so this one was a little bit difficult to try and get, mostly on time because of just how old this movie is. And I could have got it like in a 2-pack with the other prequel, but I already had the other prequel and I just wanted this one. So finally found a seller that was selling it. But yeah, and they only had like 1 left, I think. So yeah, and this is actually a decent film. If you're looking to watch all the Exorcist movies, this is a really pretty good prequel. Better than the other one, which is the beginning. I recommend if you're going to watch any of the prequel Exorcist movies, watch this one. And they're actually, it's pretty interesting, these films, and how they were made. They're like a year apart. This one was the first one that was filmed, but this was the last one that was released. So yeah, it's kind of interesting just how it all came about. And both movies, both prequel movies, primarily have most of the same actors and actresses in them, so they only recast like a few people. But yeah. Alright, so the next movie I have is The Exorcist 3. So I also needed this for my movie marathon. Now I believe this might be available on some streaming platforms, but it wasn't on any of the ones that I had access to. So here it is in the back. So I bought this on DVD, and I got this on Amazon. I believe it was like $31 or something. So yeah, this one, if you're looking for an Exorcist sequel to watch, like you want to watch The Exorcist and then maybe you want to watch one of the sequels, watch this one. if you're gonna do a movie marathon of all the Exorcist movies, oh my god, the second film is horrible. Horrible. I actually was looking at my phone, like scrolling through my phone while I was kind of watching it, because it was just dragging on that I didn't like it. And I'm like, I have to watch this. I have to see how it ends, like how horrible it is. But this one is the better of the two, or the better sequel, even better than the prequels. This one's by William Peter Blatty. He wrote and directed it. It's based on his sequel novel, I believe called Legion. And this one has a bunch of special features. It has the director's cut and the theatrical release, and also some commentary and interviews and all that type of stuff. So yeah, this was a really good watch, and I recommend it. Alright, so the next movie I'm going to show you is a collection set, and it was also for another movie marathon I wanted to do, and that was Friday the 13th. So I did a movie marathon of all of Friday the 13th movies, starting on Friday the 13th. I thought it was great because it was in October this year. So this is a collection set of parts 5 to 8. I actually owned parts 1 to 6, and I needed 7 and 8. Now I do have Paramount Plus, and before I was ready to watch these, in a week before I was ready to watch these films, I was like checked everything out, and they're all on Paramount Plus. And then the week of Friday the 13th, so like I think it was like Monday, I was looking at Paramount Plus, and they only had the first 3 films, and I was defeated in a way because I wanted to watch all the films, and now I had to go buy the rest of the films. So I already planned to get a couple of the other ones that weren't available for streaming, but 1 to 8 was available on Paramount Plus. And then when I went to go and watch it, there was only like 1 to 3. So I couldn't get 7 and 8 by themselves. So I got this at Sunrise Records, and it was a 5 to 8 collection. So these are the 2 that I needed to watch, which was New Blood and Jason Takes Manhattan. So yeah, and this is the back. Basically, it has all the same special features if you bought these separately, because I own like the other ones separately, so it's kind of the same special features. But yeah, if you're wondering what my favorite Friday the 13th film is, I don't know if I really have one. I think I really love the first one. I want to say I think the first one with Tommy Jarvis, which I think is the 4th one, is also really good. And the 6th one is really good too. The last one with Tommy Jarvis, because there's like 4, 5, and 6 all feature Tommy. But 4 and 6 are really good. Anyways. And Jason Takes Manhattan is like, Anyways. Alright, so the next movie I'm going to show you is actually another collection set, and it's a 2-film collection. These 2 movies. So this is Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X. So I already planned to get these for my movie marathon, and I had a hard time trying to find both of these separately. I was able to find Jason X by itself, but I couldn't get Jason Goes to Hell by itself. So I found this on Amazon, which was a 2-pack, and here is the back. And yeah, I needed these for my movie marathon, and these actually, I mean, they're like, if you want to watch them, they're not that bad. They're like so-so, but there are better Friday the 13th films, Friday movies. But I really love the concept of Jason X where he's in space. I kind of like that. So yeah, anyways. And the next film is another Friday film that I needed, and that was Freddy vs. Jason. So I needed this one for a movie marathon, because also it wasn't available on any streaming platform that I had. So here's the front. Here's the back. It says, "A fright to the death. The slicers versus the slasher." I like this. So this is actually a really good film. I quite like it. I love how they end up fighting with each other. It's so good just to see these 2, and how Freddy then brings Jason back, you know. And then, yeah. Anyways, it's actually a really good Friday the 13th film, or also a Freddy film, because if you're going to do a Freddy movie marathon, you got to add this one Anyways, so yeah, I think this was a really good smash up film, both of them together. So I highly recommend watching it. And so the last film that I needed for my Friday marathon was Friday the 13th, the remake. So this is like a remake or reboot, whatever you want to call it. From the producers of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is the killer cut. So this was also not available on streaming platforms. So here's the back. This killer cut, more suspense, more terror, more Jason. So this one wasn't too bad. I've seen worse films. But yeah. This was the last Friday film, so there's been 12 in the series, and there's been 2 documentaries as well. So hopefully we get to see some more Friday films, because they're actually quite fun to watch. Even the bad ones. They're like, it's kind of fun. So hopefully we get to see more films or a series. I think I heard there was like a TV series or something in the works. I could be wrong. But yeah. Alright, so the next movie I have is another movie that I needed for a movie marathon, and that is The Evil Dead. So I decided to do an Evil Dead movie marathon, and I had all the other 3 films. I needed this one, and then I ended up renting the latest film. I was thinking about getting that one on DVD or Blu-ray, but it just didn't have any special features, and I was kind of bummed by that. Or I'm paying like almost $30 for the movie, or $25 I think it was, and I'm not getting any special features. It's just like, I'll just rent it. So I ended up renting that one, but I bought this one, and I really liked this one. In the Evil Dead series, every single film in that series is really good. There's no movie that's not good. Even the latest one is really good. And if you had to ask my opinion, I think the second one is my favorite. I think Evil Dead 2. Even though it's kind of almost like a remake of the first film, it's really interesting, the whole series. I love them, but like the continuity is kind of a little bit off, because you're like, wait, they did this, wait, they did that. But they can't say, can't do because of right issues. Anyways, Evil Dead, this was a great film. I highly recommend watching this one. Oh, I also forgot to mention that I bought this film on Amazon. Alright, so the final movie that I got is actually a collection set, and it is A Nightmare on Elm Street. So this is a collection set that features all 7 movies, except for like Freddy vs. Jason and the remake. Oh, there you go. So yeah, and here's the front. So I bought this at Sunrise. I was actually going to buy it on Amazon during their Prime days or whatever, but I'm glad I didn't, because I happened to go into Sunrise and it was like $5 cheaper. Amazon wanted for like $29, and they were saying it was on sale, and they wanted like $24 here. It was originally $37 at Sunrise. Anyway, so I got the Blu-ray set, features all 7 films and all the bonus features, so I'm really happy and excited. I think next year I might try and do a Nightmare on Elm Street movie marathon, where I marathon all of them, which means I'll probably have to buy the remake, which I think is the only film I need, because I think they only did 1 remake. Anyways, so this was the final film that I bought, or films that I got, and yeah. Alright, so that's all the horror movies that I bought this year, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. All the links are down below to where you can find me everywhere else. And I do hope to see you guys soon with a new video. And come by next year to see another one of these videos. So until then, bye.